Yeah. Welcome, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. It's your boy, Emmanuel Okafo, aka E-Classic, the energy icon. If you near me, you collect what to pour your sleeve, but I am not violent. How you doing today? Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope your day is going on well. Hope you're making money, because yes, I would always ask you, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. All right, I hope you're meeting those deadlines. Hope you're striking those deals. Hope you're closing them, because it's not about striking deals. It's about closing them. All right. Someone reached out to me sometimes last month. I was like, Ima, I need you to do this for me. She wanted me to anchor her sister's wedding and all of that. And by the time I gave them bill, they agreed to pay, only for them to call me a couple of days later to say, oh, Ima, you know what? I think your bill is so high. We can't afford that, but we would just look for someone that we could pay less to do the job. I was like, oh, fine, that's good by me. I asked for the price that they wanted to pay. Tally with me, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? Just go ahead and do what you want to do, and yeah, we'll probably do business together some other time. And that's it, okay? The deal not close. They strike the deal, but the deal not close, all right? So yes, it's not about striking the deal, it's about closing the deal, Results. You have to be result-oriented in whatever business you are doing, okay? If not, you go village, you understand? By the time bills choke you, sakpa hold you go village, okay? But that's not my prayer for you. I pray that you win. I wish you well. I wish you good success in every of your endeavor, okay? Yes, I want to shout out to my friend Oremi Damilola. Your birthday is this week. God bless you. You've been such an amazing fellow. You've been such an amazing friend. Thank you for all you do. I wish you a happy birthday, okay? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is the Lunch Mix, where we get your groove on. Like I will always say, it's all about the vibe. It's all about the world. It's all about the vibe. Gay. We gay everything gay boo. Okay? Yes, we give you good music. We give you good talk shows. We bring the best of people on the show. Do you understand what I'm saying? We play the best of music video. We give you the best of everything. You will agree with me. We give you the best. Yeah, we'll talk about fashion style, talk about entertainment, edutainment, culture, you just name it. All those hot gists, movie review, we talk about everything now we're talking about for you. All right. Yes, like I always say, please hope you've gotten your PVC, prepare to vote. Okay, I don't know who your candidate is, but yes, I'm sure you have a reason for choosing who you chose. Okay, I have my candidates as well. I will not disclose it, so it won't be as if I'm running a campaign. I'm not running a campaign. Choose who you choose and make sure you go out to vote when the time comes, okay? And please stay away from violence. Be careful out there. A lot of things are happening. In Nigeria this season. Please be careful, okay? Don't go and be like me that they robbed in broad daylight. I will not be there, okay? And I because I wish you well, because I love you, I don't want you to go into the hands of those people, okay? So you need to be extra careful. Don't stay out too late. If you are staying out too late, make sure that security is intact wherever you are going, okay? Because I need you to be alive, okay? To enjoy this life with me, all right? Life is too short. The little that want to live it, please, let's enjoy it to the maximum. Say maximum. Okay, today we're going to be talking about something really important, right? It is important to you. It is important to me. It is important to everybody around us. It is important to our society, okay? That is what we're going to talk about today, and it's going to be really wonderful, all right? Because I have a lot of nuggets I want to share today, all right? So don't go anywhere. Don't touch that. I will see you after the break. For now, enjoy this wonderful music that I'm going to be dropping, because I'm going to be dropping it like it's hot. Welcome back, beautiful people. I hope you're enjoying those gay tea. Oh yeah, yes sir. It's been a wonderful time. Trust me, I enjoyed myself. I like enjoying myself whenever I get any tiny, small, tingly opportunity to I enjoy myself to the maximum. That's the idea. Enjoy yourself to the maximum. Don't go and be looking at anything. Yeah, you understand? Okay. All right. So like I said, today we're going to be discussing about something really important that affects you, that affects me. All right. And that is parenting in the 21st century. What comes to mind when you hear about parenting in the 21st century? I mean, what comes to mind is, for me, I think parenting is in the 21st century is actually a lot harder than we thought it would be. Okay, it is actually a lot harder than we thought it would be. I asked a question on my Facebook one day, and I asked that, would you raise your children the way you were raised? So I'm asking you that same question now. Would you raise your children the way you were raised? Send me messages, let me know what you think, okay? Send me your replies on the social media handles that are being displayed on the screen right now. Would you raise your children the way you were raised? For me, the answer is no. The answer is what? No. Okay. I mean, I didn't get the best of parenting. I love my parents, no doubt. This is let me just say it out. I love my parents with all my heart. I will go extra mile for them. Okay. But yes, I would not raise my children the way I was raised, because I was deprived so many things. One of the things that do you know that the first colored television we ever used in my house was bought by my elder brother. That was like, we were both teenagers when we actually, like, you just imagine, getting your first color television as a teenager. Not easy for a lot of older people, I know, but I mean, for my generation, the millennials, I know you understand what I'm saying. And the first DVD player we used in my house was actually bought by me. Okay, and it was really bad. It was really bad. I don't know about you out there. A lot of you would have gotten so much care and pampering and love and all of that growing up. Okay. But I'm saying this from my own aspect, okay? I will not raise my children the way I was raised. I mean, and again, one of the things my dad used to do was that I love him regardless, so don't go and get me wrong. Oh. I love my dad. I love him like mad, okay? And I respect him so much, okay? One of the things he used to do back then when when you just, ask your dad for money, especially when we became teenagers, you want to change, you want to wear a particular clothes and all of that your friends are wearing, and you ask him for money. Baba will like, God will provide, I don't think I want to tell my child God will provide when he asks me for something. I know there is a God in heaven, but then I also need to take responsibility. All right? Yes, responsibility is key. As a parent, you need to own it to yourself. You need to take responsibility. I'm not a parent yet. For people that will want to ask that, I'm not a parent yet. I never marry. I'm single and searching. Yes, I'm single and searching. I said it. Okay, so once I get married, I'll get the experience. But from now, I'm telling you from other people's experience and things I've seen, or things I've seen as a child that has parents. Do you understand? Yes. So a lot of things have changed. Times have changed. Okay, and things have also changed. Okay, so you don't want to tell me that you want to raise your child the way you were raised, because things were, should I say, a lot more better and easier during our time. I mean, we were spending 50 kobo, 1 naira, and you buy things with them. I remember when I was in primary school, 5 naira, I will eat and I will be filled with 5 naira. When I was in primary school, I remember that one very well. Even if I don't remember anything, at least I remember my primary school days. I will remember 5 naira very well. Okay, and when we got to secondary school, we used to enter 20 naira bus. My brother and I, 20 naira bus. We used to enter it to school, and those things, like and these days I see my neighbor, they will give like their what's it called, 10, 12-year-old 500 naira for school, to go to school. I'm like, before I used to like say, me, do you know how much they used to give me when I was in secondary school? Secondary school is 50 naira. you're now giving this one 5 naira, but you know, over time I got to understand that times have really changed, and a lot of things have changed about the time, and a lot of things have actually escalated. The way and manner things are being done have really changed as well. So yes, you don't want to hold and say, no, I must train my children the way I was trained. A lot of people are actually dealing with that right now, but I want you to know that it is wrong, okay? You need to do it in a better way. You need to do it in style. You need to change your method. You need to change your approach to so many things, okay? I will throw more light on this once I get back from the break, but for now, let me quickly go pay some bills. When I come back, we will talk more. Welcome back, beautiful people. Hope you're doing okay? Yes, I am doing fine as well, all right? So yes, thanks for joining once again, and today we are talking about parenting in the 21st century. You know, you would agree with me that it is not easy, It's not easy. Shout out to all the parents out there. Shout out to all those who are fighting really hard to see that their children have better life. Omo, I salute you all. You're doing the most. Thank you, mommy. Thank you, daddy. I love you all. Thank you for all those who have been parents in my life. I have a lot of parents too, a lot of them. Thank you so much. I love you all from the depth of my heart. I love you all because you're doing the most. It was somebody that made sure I went to the university. The person might not have supported financially, but then the person made sure I went to the university. Yes, the person was like, no, Emmanuel, you know, all the advice I needed, the person was there. I mean, I grew up not really close with my parents, and we lived together but while growing up, but you know, now there are some things that you will tell them and you feel that they don't understand, and you want somebody that understands you. You know, those are the people that played parental role in my life. These people understand, and thank you so much. I love you all. You've made a better man out of me, and I say God bless you real good, okay? Yes, so parenting in the 21st century. I told you all to send me your idea. What does it take? Would you train your children the way you were trained? The truth of the matter, I was saying it earlier on that no, I will not train my children the way I was trained, because there are better ways to do things. I mean, times have changed, technology have evolved, fashion has evolved, everything has evolved. You know, Christmas Day growing up, they will buy Christmas clothes for us, and it will be oversized because we have to wear it to next Christmas and all of that. You know, a lot of you have those ideas. Even in schools, you will know that the method of teaching, the syllabus, the textbooks, everything have changed. I know they don't used to read Agbo live in the town of Lagoon that is not far from Ibadan, primary 4 reader that year. They don't used to use it again. You know, they use something they use more sophisticated and more better textbooks right now. And you know, you would agree with me that, you know, these things have changed. So as a parent, as a 21st century parent, it is your duty to do what? To actually evolve with these things. Because if you are holding on to the way you are trained, and your children are going to school and they are learning another thing, and at home you are teaching them another thing, it will confuse their mind. You would agree with me. It will confuse them, and you don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to be in a situation whereby you feel that your children don't understand you, or you don't understand your children. No, you don't want to be in that situation, okay? And another thing about parenting is that parents, you must always take responsibility for your children. You must always take responsibility. You must always take responsibility. Yes, you know, they are your responsibility. You must never shift your responsibility, okay? I mean, I started paying house rent alongside with my dad when I was, I think 15? No, when I was 18. And for me, that's shifting responsibility. I started paying house, like my dad was like, hey, so you bring so amount, you bring so amount. I came from a humble background, and I know that was why. I think I know better now. If my dad had, I think he would have done, but I probably didn't have. That's why I was exposed to working at 15, started paying bills when I was 18, thereabouts. Do you understand? And yes, he actually made me a better person today, and I don't shy away from paying bills. Do you understand? Because I have millions of years of experience in bill pay. Do you get? Okay, so but I don't want to train my children like that. I want to be there for them. When they call me, I want to be there for them. So another thing, so that brings me to my next point. You want to train your children. You want to establish some level of communication between you and your children to the point where they will be free to tell you anything. You want to do that. Where they will say, "Oh, my dad is my superhero. My dad is my role model. My mom is my role model. My mom is my this. My dad is my dad." You want to train your children to that point. And one of the ways you can do that is when you maintain an open communication level, or when you open an open communication style in your house. So that is when your children don't only tell you the good news, you will encourage them to also tell you the bad news. So when they didn't pass that test in school, they should be able to tell you. When they did something wrong outside and somebody beats them or something like that, they should be able to tell you. Okay, when you give them something to do and they are not able, when they are not able to do things that you ask them to do, so they should be able to tell you that, "Oh, daddy, I can't," or "Mommy, I can't do this, please tell me." Okay, they should be able to tell you. All right, so yes, you want to create an open communication scheme in your house. Another thing, as parents, please, one thing you must never do is insult yourselves or quarrel in front of your children. When you have any disputes to settle, please go away, stay away from them, because at the end of the day, it registers in their mind that, oh, it's okay to insult people, it's okay to talk to people anyhow, or it's okay to yab people. You don't want to yab your wife, you don't want to yab your husband, you would always send a bad message when you do that. Okay, so please try not to do that when your children are around you. Okay, and always listen to your children. The truth of the matter is that they always have something to say, whether you like it or not. They always have something to say, especially for the ones that are still growing up, like below 10 and all of that. They always have something to say. Say teenagers and youths, they have lesser things to say. But when they need you most, when they are telling you that rubbish, please listen to their rubbish, because it actually deals with their emotion a lot. Okay, so yes, you want to listen to them and all of that. Okay, another thing I've also noticed that more attention is being paid to the girl child when it comes to home training. So we have a lot of lazy young men out there, and I have a friend that tells me that he doesn't eat stale food. That is, they don't. So if he wakes up in the morning, it's fresh food. If he wants to eat lunch, it's fresh food. When he comes back in the evening, it's fresh food. Like, you can't warm food. And I'm like, "Yo, bro, can you cook?" He said no. I'm like, I don't understand. So somebody's daughter will cook for you in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the night? It's wrong. So if you cannot cook, don't expect. If you cannot give it, don't expect it. Do you understand? And I would trace that, or I can say that has to do with the way that my friend was brought up. Because he has a lot of sisters, and over time, they do everything for him. So yes, I mean, please, parents, if you're out there, you're a parent, please pay the same attention you pay to the girl child to the boy child, because that way you will reduce so many things, a lot that are happening in the society. You will reduce rape, things like bullying and all of that. You will reduce it. Okay, please focus on training the boy child just as you do with the girl child. Another thing, you must also know that saying no to your child doesn't mean that you hate your child. So as a parent, there are some times that you need to say no and stand by it. Okay, say no and stand by it. Don't over pamper your child. I hear some parents tell me that he'll be crying, this, that. Don't make excuses for that child. You are responsible for that child, so take responsibility. Sometimes the child wants something, and you know that thing, especially say a very funny, simple example is, you know that when a child takes candy that's sweet, it will run the child's stomach, and you still give the child candy because the child is crying. Is wrong. Okay, learn to say no to your children, even though it's gonna hurt them. Please, if you have to say no to help them, please say no. Saying no to your children doesn't mean that you hate them. All right? Yes, and yes, finally, what I want to leave you with, the last point I want to leave you with is one thing that my dad will always say: cry, no dey keep pikin. Cry, not dey keep pikin. Okay? So there are some things you would do to your child. There are some privileges that you would deprive them at that moment that they will want to cry, especially for the younger ones. Let them cry. Okay? Cry, not they keep picking, but you don't want to let them cry too much, and just find the balance. Okay? And when you say no to them, sometimes too they want to cry, so please just find the balance. Cry, not they keep picking. Do you understand? Let them cry, let them wail, but you know that do you understand? So yes, that is it. Parenting is sweet. Parenting is awesome. Parenting is beautiful. I look forward to being a parent someday. My child will be calling me daddy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have for you today. Ain't that wonderful? Trust you've had a wonderful time. Trust you have a good time. Okay. I will give you just 1 or 2 fun facts about parenting once I get back after the break. Yeah. 1, 2, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Emmanuel Okafor, aka the Energy Icon E-Classic. You near me, you collect notoriously, but I am not violent. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. In case you're just joining us, thank you for joining the show. Honestly, it's been an amazing time today because we've been talking about parenting in the 21st century. Trust me, it's not what you guys experienced in the 80s or in the 90s or in the 60s or the 70s. Parenting is energy. It's not easy. Honestly, it's not easy because I hear what kids tell their parents these days. I'm like, no, my mom will smack you. My mom slapped me one. Funny thing, my mom was beating me one day and I was weaving. She was like, you want me to break my hand, Abby? She now did as if she was going. As I stood up, like she gave me backhand whip, and this blood clotted in my eyes for days. And that was the last time she actually beat me. I think I was around in just 2 or 3 at that time. That was almost. Trust me, these days I see children, what is wrong with you? Shut up. I mean, it's your personal choice, okay? But me, I'm coming from the place of spare the rod and spoil the child. You know what I'm saying? I won't beat you when you don't do anything wrong. I will beat you and tell you the reason why I beat you. That's the kind of parent I'm going to be when I finally become a parent. Of course, yes, I'm not a parent. A lot of people ask me if I'm married whenever I go out. I'm like, hey, are you married? I'm like, no, I'm not married. I'm single and searching, okay? All right, yes, we'll talk about parenting, and it's been so wonderful, okay? Raising your children in the 21st century is not easy. I understand. So one of the things I said that would make your job now so easy is open communication. So open communication in the sense that you allow your children tell you anything. When your children get to the level where they can trust you to tell you anything, trust me, that's priceless. Honestly, I didn't have that privilege. I didn't have that experience growing up. Instead, I have other people I talk to. I cannot, there are some things I cannot tell my daddy, especially the first time I had my first girlfriend. I can't tell my daddy that, daddy, I have a girlfriend. First of all, he's a pastor. Oh yeah, let me create a picture in your head. First of all, he's a pastor. And then second of all, he's a disciplinarian. Just think about it. My dad is the kind of person that when you do something wrong, he will first beat you for doing something wrong. Then he will now ask you how manage. If you now find out that you are at fault, he will now beat you again. That's the kind of person my dad is. You understand? So that fear. So I, in quotes, wasn't. I wouldn't say I respected him. I would say I feared him more than I respected him. Growing up, and that kind of created a very long bridge, a very big bridge between myself and my dad and all of that. And it is really, 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 really hard. All right. It was really hard. Instead, I had so many other people or some other people that I trusted that I could tell stuff like that and all, So yes, you want to create that open communication level whereby your children can tell you anything, and you would always listen to them. You want to always listen to them, whenever they are ranting, you want to give them that listening ear. Trust me, if you don't give them that listening ear, they're going to look for somebody that will give them listening ear, and trust me, you've lost them. There's a saying that we usually say in a particular NGO I volunteer for that caters for teenagers and young adults. It's know them, love them, reach them. Okay, so know your children, love them so much, so that way you'll be able to reach them. If you don't love them, you can't reach them. You would agree with me that you cannot reach them. Okay, yes. So, and then another thing I want to say is that if you have a dispute as a couple now, as a parent, if you have a dispute, don't go and start arguing or cursing out yourselves in front of your children, because it creates a mental picture in their head, in their minds, and trust me, they might grow up doing that to their spouses when they eventually get married or when they eventually become parents and all of that. Or the way you train your child might be a very strong determinant to the way they are going to train their own children. So you want to be careful. If you don't know what to do part-time, ask questions. Google is your friend. Talk to people, talk to counselors. They are out there, all right? And you can also reach out to me on my Instagram handles at official eClassic with a Q at the end. It's being displayed on the screen right now, and you can send other messages also at other social media handles that are being displayed on the screen right now. All right, it's been a wonderful time. It's been an amazing time. It's been a great time. Okay, and don't forget, it's election seasons. Please, I'm begging you, be careful out there. Stay safe. If you are not if you are going out, if you are going to be staying out late, make sure that the environment that you are going to be is well secured. All right, because we don't know who will be who at the end of the day. All right, so don't forget that. Yeah, I love you, and this is the Launch Mix. My name remains the official eClassic. My name is actually Emmanuel Okafor, aka eClassic, the energy icon. You near me, you collect notoriously, but I'm not violent. Okay, it's just you get me. It's just self defense. All right, I'll leave you with this song until I see you next time. Peace.